This is SJR.com Scouting Report. I'm Jim Ruppert. Robert Burns is alongside. We're talking about Week 1 of Central State 8 Conference football. Burnsy, we start out Friday night at Spartan Stadium. We've got Southeast hosting Edwardsville. It hasn't been exactly the most competitive rivalry. Tell me why Southeast is going to liven things up this year.
Well, it's got to be all uphill for Southeast. They've held Edwardsville to 133 points in 3 games, so while scoring 2. So you got to figure it's got to be better. There's a lot of confidence in Southeast, Rube. They've got some athletes. Levi Hill at quarterback. Doyrell Boyd will probably be the main running back. Ohania Okuko, who's the brother of last year's conference running champion. Brima Okuko is going to be in the mix. Can they win? It would be a surprise. Will they be more competitive? I think so. I don't think you're going to see 50-6. You got to figure Edwardsville is the favorite, but I think it'll be closer than a lot of people think.
New coach at Edwardsville, different attack. They're going to go to a single wing attack at Edwardsville, and the best thing about this game for Southeast, it's the last time they play Edwardsville. The contract is up. They've been waiting for this year. It's up. They're done. No more Edwardsville on the schedule.
Yeah, but they kind of see this as a measuring point, especially this year. They think they can win 5 games. There's a lot of doubters out there, but they really think they can win 5 games, and they think this can be a start. They got to prove themselves. That's the key. They really got to prove themselves. Do they have the athletes? No doubt about it. Their theory is they're going to catch Edwardsville with a new coach, with a new offense, turn over a little bit as far as their personnel. Maybe they can catch them a little shorthanded, maybe unexpected. It's at home. Maybe they can pull off a surprise.
Rest of the schedule of Central State 8, Troy Triad plays at Chatham Glenwood. Lanphier with a new coach goes to Washington in a new rivalry, brand new in the conference. We've got Springfield High going to Collinsville. Jacksonville plays against Jerseyville. Lincoln will be home against Mount Zion. The Saturday game, our big game of the week, is Lombard Montini comes to Springfield to play against SHG, the traditional season opener. What is each team looking for there? You talked to Chris Andriano, the coach.
Talked to Chris Andriano on Wednesday. He always looks forward to coming down here. He and Ken Leonard have a good relationship. They enjoy this game. It's not a blood feud like SHG and Glenwood. They respect and enjoy playing each other. Yeah, literally.
At the end.
Literally. Montini's not going to be quite the team they were last year. They were loaded, had some D1 recruits who have graduated. They've still got a pretty good quarterback, Tom DeChristina. Christian Westernbrook is going to be his main target, but Chris plays his cards close to the vest. He's a lot like Ken. I think it's part of the reason they get along a lot. And you've also got a match of 2 veteran coaches. Ken Leonard's going into his 25th year, and Andriano's going into his 30th. And as Andriano told me, Ken's a little younger than I am, but I'm better looking.
And Andriano actually was a candidate for the job when Ken Leonard got it 25 years ago.
Yeah, you talk about small world. Yeah, Chris Andriano came very close to being a coach at, was then Griffin High School. And, just kind of way fate kind of spins itself sometimes.
I think SHG busts out big in this one. I think this one might be ugly. I think SHG could something to prove right out of the chute, and I think they show a little bit of a running game.
And I think SHG is going to be a little better. They're going to be a little more of a 6A team. They were feeling their way through. I think they got a little caught by surprise last year by Providence St. Mel, the size, the speed, the quickness. This year, I think they're ready. I think they circled some things and said, this is what we have to do because we're going to be 6A forever with the multiplier. I think you're going to see a little different, maybe a little more aggressive, a little more physical SHG team, especially on offense. I think they're going to take it to a lot of people this year.
I think it's going to be about a 42-24 game, something like that.
Works for me.
High score and a lot of points. The other game Saturday is Taylorville and Charleston in the Central State 8. We'll be back next week. We'll talk about the start of the Central State 8 conference season on the Scouting Report, SJR.com.